So, good evening. Tonight is a night, my God, that catapults me back about almost 45 years ago now. 43 years, 44 years, 45 years. This is the dream controller for the DC system. I got this actually now built first. And I was able to copy out the PCB board out of the book, since I don't have the ELO magazine. In Germany it is called ELO, but in English you would say ELO, probably ELO. So I refer to it as ELO magazine. I hope that the transcription service here is going to pick this up correctly. And I had this board made up by Accutrace in Silicone Valley. That's usually the company I use nowadays to have the boards made. And you can see this, I put everything on here, and it is exactly the way it is in the book. We extracted it out, and I was able, in a software I have for professional CAD software to create circuit boards, I basically replicated this. I built this board back in 1979 or 1980, as you see it here, except that I didn't have solder mask on there. It looked like the dream controller for the AC system, which is still in the works. But I had those parts already here, and I got that, and I got the last parts in for the AC control system. So that will be next. So I figured I'm going to do this here. The left one is the speed control, and the right one is the delay, and I have a switch, a toggle switch over here, where I can turn the delay on and off. And to show you this, let me see if I can zoom in so we can see all of it, hopefully. Let me see. Okay. I wanted to show you the control here. So I have it now turned on with this thing about in the middle for the delay, and this is my speed control. There's two resistors on here on the circuit board. These here, they can be adjusted. If you saw it in a different value, then you can make this more aggressive or more softer, depending on how you like it. But this is basically on how this worked. I cannot get the... All right, let me stop the video here and restart part 2, and then I will edit it together. Okay, so now I got this a little bit better here situated where we can see everything, hopefully. So here we go. There she goes. You can see how soft she starts. And she's going now pretty much full speed. The light bulb is out on this one. I haven't overhauled this locomotive, as you see here. And now we're going to do the stop. And if I turn the switch off, you can see this. Now we're going to... Now she is totally responsive. Now it is just like a regular DC control system. And we can run it pretty nicely. Let me turn the delay on and make the delay a little bit faster, so she becomes more responsive. You can see the, so if I turn this up, then it takes a little bit longer. That's basically how this thing worked, and that was absolutely mind-boggling. And what ELO did here was they designed the circuit to be hooked up to the AC part of the transformer. So this reduced the overall cost of this whole thing, because you had to buy the parts. And this way you could use the AC output of the Fleischmann transformer, and you still have your regular DC one. So you can actually turn this into two circuits or two tracks which run independently, on two different tracks on your layout. So one regulated the other one, or you can build multiple of those and all parallel them, since the locomotives don't draw that much. The reason behind this, without having a transformer to buy, was because most people have already a transformer from their, layout of what they purchased. Let me go back and go down here. We want to watch the little one because I haven't seen this in so long. There she goes. Yeah. And these parts I bought, I spent about $200 on the circuit boards because I had to buy 10 of them. And the parts were probably somewhere between 35 to 50. I have to mount the 2 power transistors on heat sinks. You can see this on how nicely we come to a stop. We can start her again. Yeah. And the AC system works basically the same, but it hooks up to the Maclean transformer. And on the Maclean transformer, they go through the actual speed dial on the transformer because of the 24 volt push for the return or the reversing of this. This unit here will have a double pole, double throw, and we just basically flipping these 2 wires around, and then the locomotive will go in the other direction. So this you have seen. So now we're going to give her a nice little box. We're going to put the heat sink here on these 2 on a heat sink. We get the other switch installed for the double throw, double pull for the reversal, for the direction control, and some nice knobs. And we put in a little box. We put some 5mm or 4mm jacks on them. So this way we can simply plug everything in. And that will be then the next video. But this is what the ELO Traumfahrpult G in German, or the Dream Controller DC, looked like it and worked like it. All the parts are still available today. The only new parts I bought, I have the other ones actually here, is I can put new style optocouplers in here or the old ones. But in this case, I opted for the new ones since they're available. With that, you have a great evening.